Ladies and gentlemen, baby faces, and all my true heels out there, it's Tuesday, March 2nd. You know what that means. So, the show opened up with Drew cutting out minus his WWE Championship because he is no longer WWE Champion. It is The Miz. He is awesome. He is our new WWE Champion. And he says, listen, whoever wins tonight between the almighty Bobby Lashley and The Miz, that he wants to go one-on-one with them at WrestleMania. And of course, he was interrupted by Miz and John Morrison because what is an opening promo on Raw without somebody being interrupted? And of course, the person who did the interruption got interrupted by MVP and Bobby Lashley. And I just gotta say, I said it last week, I said it the week before. If you look at Bobby Lashley 3 years ago and you look at Bobby Lashley today, the booking is night and day. I love the way Bobby Lashley is being booked. If you've been a fan of his from TNA or his first WWE run or his MMA run, you see this is the way Bobby Lashley should have been booked. But that is the past. Let's deal with the present. So MVP let The Miz know that your match starts at 9 o'clock. And by this point, it was about 8:10, and he had about 40 minutes, and then they put the countdown on to let everybody know when the match that we had on Raw was Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. I'm happy about this match, and for me, this was definitely best match of the night. I'm just a little disappointed. I feel like this could have been saved for Fastlane. I know we had to do the opening setup, but I honestly feel like Raw should have just opened up straight with Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Give these guys an extra 10 minutes, cut the extra 10 minutes of fluff that we have from the opening promo and all the interruptions, and give these guys more time to work. But this match did not disappoint. Hard-hitting, brutal affair. I mean, what do you expect from Drew McIntyre and Sheamus? These guys did not hold anything back, even at one point stealing each other's signature moves with Drew McIntyre hitting Sheamus with the white noise. And this really came down to the end, to the battle of the bro kick versus the Claymore. And as Sheamus was going for a second bro kick, Drew McIntyre, boom, hit him first, hit him with the 1, 2, 3. And like I said, the only thing that I didn't like about this is that it was maybe 5 minutes too short, and I feel like this match could have definitely been on a pay-per-view. And it honestly goes along with the overall story that they were telling with this, was that Sheamus felt like WWE felt like he didn't have enough star power to main event a show or Raw. And well, they kind of just prove that right, but Sheamus definitely has enough star power for that. But nonetheless, awesome match. I wish this rivalry could continue, but it probably won't. But hey, with WWE, especially Raw booking, we'll probably see the match. The match we had was essentially a squash match between Nia Jax and Naomi for reasons. I know they've been doing Naomi and Lana versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, but Naomi just came back. She's super hot, and I don't mean like looks. I mean, yes, she is very beautiful, but I mean like she's hot on her comeback. Why squash her? There's so many things that you can do with Naomi, and they just kind of squander it away. I personally feel like she's on the wrong brand. She should be on SmackDown. She should be part of the table with the Usos, Roman, and Paul. But hey, that's just my opinion. And what really bothered me about this is that this match was clearly filler because they just had the countdown clock for Miz versus Bobby Lashley. And it was like 10 minutes, and it was just like, man, like I thought, watching Sasha Banks on Stone Cold Broken Skull, and they put over the woman in some cases over so well, but I feel like on Raw we just revert back to like these diva style matches, these piss break matches, 2 minutes and then that's it, when these girls can really go, and honestly they deserve more. But backstage, The Miz was faking a stomach ache, and Bobby Lashley was not. I loved it. Bobby Lashley was not with the shits. He came, grabbed Miz by the face, and let him know, fam, you're going to get this work one way or the other. Then, boom, match hour hits. It hits 10 o'clock, and the match starts. And as soon as the match starts, The Miz grabs his WWE title and pew, books it right to the back. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Like I said, when wrestling comedy is done right, it is, I love the way Miz was just like, no, not having none of this. I'll take the count out loss. At least I still got my WWE title. So Adam Pearce is not the Raw general manager, but he does everything that a Raw general manager would do. And Shane McMahon isn't an authority figure, but he is an authority figure. I guess because your last name is McMahon, you always have that authoritative figure powers. whatever. What are the rules? But anyway, Braun Strowman was out there and he was mad. Oh, I'm mad because I'm Braun Strowman. Oh. That's kind of what I hear when he says. I don't care what he says. This guy could be out there quoting Shakespeare, and the only thing I hear is, oh, I'm Braun, hands, get these hands, you hands, my hands, you see them? Now you get them. That's literally all I hear. But he was angry, and then Shane McMahon was out there, and then not Raw General Manager Adam Pearce was out there, and they set up a tag team match. Now, here's the thing. Rewind your mind to a couple of years ago, and we found ourselves in the same kind of situation, and it is scary. Braun Strowman basically squashed Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, and then Shane McMahon put Adam Pearce as his tag team partner. Now, like I said, rewind your mind back a couple of years, because a couple of years, Braun essentially did the same thing. All the tag teams were in the ring having a battle royal. Braun came down there, cleared house, and then at WrestleMania with Nicholas, essentially by himself, won the tag team championships by himself. And I just really hope that's not the case this year, and I really hope, the Hurt Business is credible. Don't take their credibility away by having them squashed by Braun for no absolute reason. But anyway, we get to the match, and like I said, Braun is just basically taking it to town on Cedric and Shelton. Adam Pearce is his partner because Shane just kind of wants to be a dick. That's what he wants to do. He wants to do this. He wants to sweat, and he wants to be a dick. Those are the three things that Shane McMahon likes to do. And luckily, with the most devastating move in all of pro wrestling, no, not the one-wing angel, the roll-up, Shelton Benjamin rolled up Adam Pearce to retain their WWE Raw tag. 95% of the time, I like to be right. But with this, I was really hoping that I was going to be wrong. So if you watch my videos, if you constantly watch Richie's Raw recap, you can see that I said Damian Priest is on his 3-week push, because that's how much NXT call-ups usually get. They usually get about 3 weeks of shine, and then they just slowly start to slip down the card. Now, Damian Priest was in a match with Elias that I thought personally was way too competitive, because Elias has just been booked like being on the undercard. Damian Priest is coming up. Dude, this match should have been 5 minutes with Damian Priest putting the beats on him, not all these goddamn rest holds. But I just want to give you some perspective. So Damian Priest went from going face-to-face with The Miz, who later that night became WWE Champion, and being, upper mid-card main event type of situations, to protecting Bad Bunny from 24-hour jobbers. I mean, here's up and down from that. From us as wrestling fans looking at that like, oh man. But from a YouTube perspective, those videos are getting millions and millions and millions of views, more than anything else. So I guess this is going in the right direction. It all depends on your perspective. Next up, we had, this is meta as hell. Next up, we had Randy Orton watching a video recap of Randy Orton, and then he started to cough, and no black stuff came out of his mouth, but it's clear like the Fiend is still getting to him. But at this point, he's not even in a rivalry with the Fiend anymore. He's in a full-blown rivalry with Alexa Bliss, but WWE doesn't do interracial matches. I mean, they do intergender matches, they do, but once in a while, and it's just usually the girl kicking the guy's ass, or Randy coming there, give a girl an RKO. There's really no back and forth. So yeah, we really, at this point, I want to see Alexa Bliss versus RKO. Vince, book it. Next up, we had Charlotte Flair, who said she feels bad because her best friend, Asuka, got her teeth kicked in. And she feels so bad, she's so devastated, she's so heartbroken that her best friend, Asuka, got her teeth kicked in, that she still wants to challenge her for a championship belt. I mean, I told you. But hey, that's just the way WWE booking goes with certain people. So Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler jumped Charlotte Flair, but then Charlotte was easily able to fight them off. And then it wasn't a squash match, but goodness gracious, Shayna Baszler, one of the longest reigning NXT Women Champions of all time, completely dominant in Elimination Chamber, not this year, but last year. I was there for it live. And she just got basically squashed by Charlotte Flair in like literally 2 minutes. Just Come on, WWE, stop it. Stop going back to these diva-style stuff, man. These girls can go, man. Give them that shine. And give them the storyline to prop up those matches instead of just, we're best friends. I don't like you. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe they know. Maybe this will come out and be greater booking. Guess what? Spoiler, it won't be. Next up, we have Retribution with Mace, T-Bar, Slapjack, Slap Ass, Slap Nuts. All right, everyone that joking to the ground. Versus Lucha Party and Riddle. And I mean, Lucha Party and Riddle really mop the floor with these guys real quick. But Ali, which I like, it was like, listen, man, showing straight leadership was like, yo, listen, let me handle this. And had a one-on-one match with Riddle and ended it with a 6-second rope backbreaker. Man, this is just a reminder that Ali is so good on the mic, as a character, as a wrestler. I wish they would give him more to work with. I personally feel like we should be really building up this feud with Kofi Kingston versus Ali. But hey, you know what? There is still some time to WrestleMania. So I'm gonna step back, give the Raw booking team the benefit of the doubt, and maybe at Fastlane, maybe on the road to WrestleMania, we will get a rivalry between Mustafa Ali, just call him Ali, and Kofi Kingston. We shall see. And next up, we had the main event. Now, scratching my head a little bit because at this point of the night, at this function in the juncture, we just came back from a commercial break and it's about 10:54. And at the last second, they decide, so the Miz can't run away or do any shenanigans like he did last time, they decide to make this a lumberjack match. So the main event of Monday Night Raw, the almighty Bobby Lashley versus the Miz in a lumberjack match for the WWE Championship. And there wasn't no rest holds. There wasn't no goofy back and forth. There was no interruption. My man, Bobby Lashley. Shout out to the 24-0 piece of gold, Leo Rush. Woo! Shout out to the man, my man, Bobby Lashley. Ha ha! Finally. Put that hurt lock on him. Tap the Miz out. And Bobby Lashley is your new brand spanking WWE champion. Shout out to that man. Yes, sir. Listen, I'm hyped. I am super hyped. Like I said, this was going to be the best Raw review ever. Not because this was the best Raw ever, but because I've been a fan of Bobby Lashley for so long, and my man is finally getting his due respect. Do you know in TNA, his name was Walking Armageddon? Look at Bobby Lashley. Look at him. The man is a beast. He is a walking muscle. He's finally being booked the way that he should. Let me give you some fun facts about Bobby Lashley. He is only the third African-American WWE champion. The Rock, Kofi Kingston, and Bobby Lashley. He is the second oldest WWE champion, falling only behind Vince McMahon. And he is the only person to be a TNA World Heavyweight Champion, an ECW Heavyweight Champion, and WWE Champion. He is a Triple Crown Champion in WWE and TNA. Shout out to the almighty Bobby Lashley. Well deserved, well earned. And your new WWE Champion is Bobby Lashley. If I haven't said that 44 times, that's the 45th one. Now, there's been a lot of rumors and speculation. We might get Brock versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But it seems like the money match that is the money match. But it seems like the match is going to be Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. But like I said, we are on the road to WrestleMania. So we'll see what Fastlane brings. We'll see what next week's Raw brings. But yeah, I am hyped. I am super elated. I'm glad my man Bobby Lashley finally getting that shine that he so much deserves. But with that being said, I am Richie Moon. This is True Heel Heat Wrestling. This is Richie's Raw Review. And I would say, hey, we are on our way to 1K, but guess what? We already got there. So now we are on our way to 2K. Peace, love, and light, family. I thank you for watching Richie's Raw Review, and I will catch you next week. Peace, love, and light. It's Tuesday. You know what that means.